Once again, let me thank INEC officials present. I want to thank the state chairman and ESCO members of our party at all levels. AAC,
take it back.
You know, on my way here, I took a look at the candidates of the other parties who are going to oppose us in 2023. I was happy and sad. Sad because Nigeria is once again unable to figure out how to choose great leaders at various party levels. But I'm happy that we now have an opportunity to differentiate between darkness and light.
Leader.
To differentiate between the corrupt and honest or incorruptible. To differentiate between the old and young. To differentiate even between the sick and healthy. To differentiate between, I should say, the ugly and fine. To differentiate between the strong and weak. To differentiate between those who are exposed and those who are barbaric. To differentiate between those who are thieves and some of us who will catch them. To differentiate between those who are competent and those who are incompetent. So the people of Nigeria now have a clear choice. And we are warning now that you had a choice in 2019. You looked the other way. Now is a time to take and make the right decisions for your future, for the future of your children, the future of our country, the future of Africa, and the future of the world. Let me say to you that in this election, we are going out to defeat the money bags.
Yes, sir.
We are going out to defeat the so-called godfathers.
Yes, sir.
We are going out to defeat the security agencies who have been aiding and abetting them. We are going out to defeat our cultural, traditional, religious institutions that are always supporting the devil instead of supporting the saints amongst us. We are not claiming to be saints, but in the middle of these two Barabbas from the other parties, there's someone standing in between that will make a difference, and a difference in the life of the Nigerian people. Those of you who are dying on our roads, we are telling you that help is on the way. Those of our mothers, our brothers, sisters, and kids dying in hospitals, we are bringing you real health care. Those students who have been home because their lecturers are on strike, we are going to reopen your schools. And our children who are in the educational sector from kindergarten to university, we are no longer, and listen to me very attentively, we are no longer working on basic, universal, free education, because the world has moved past basic education. We are offering you top-level, technologically driven education. We are promising this country. We are promising this country light in the place of darkness, because we know, and I know, that I can provide 24/7 electricity in Nigeria. So that we can power not only a political revolution, but an industrial revolution. We would also clearly manage a government that is compact and effective. We will work and go after the Nigerian constitution that is not only fake, but antiquated and illegitimate. because it was created by the military. That constitution has to change. For workers, you are going to get a living wage.
Amen.
There is no reason why a country that is paying workers 30,000 naira a month should be able to afford 160 billion naira for the accountant general. That was how much the accountant general stole, traced so far. Our workers must be given a new lease of life. Our students must not only be core students, but we must provide for them a study environment that can impart knowledge, not an educational system that promotes ignorance. And for our old people, whether you're retired or not, you're entitled to some social security support and maintenance from your country. To our women, we are asking again, don't ask for percentages. You are equal to men, and we'll make sure it happens. You shall no longer belong entirely to the kitchen and the second bedroom.
Wow.
Yes. You shall be entitled to aspire to the highest office in the land.
Amen.
And I hope when I'm done as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria after 2023, I will be the next president will be a female. That is what would happen. I have come to accept the nomination on behalf of myself, my family. I wish my children could be here today and my wife, but I've been separated from them by this wicked regime for more than 3 years now. They prevented me from seeing the lights and sunshine for almost 5 months in detention at the DSS. After I left, he said I could not leave Abuja until about a month ago. And guess what? When I was released to go out of Abuja, my grandmother, who was 100 years old, was waiting for me. After I met with her, she died a few days later in her sleep. I cannot continue without dedicating this nomination to my younger brother, who was assassinated by, I'm sure, this regime, but we haven't found the person yet. I'm sure somewhere above or below on the side is smiling that we never gave up the struggle, even though he had to make the ultimate sacrifice. But it's also very important to thank men and women who are here with us, and those who may not be here with us today, for their sacrifices, for standing by us, those of our friends and brothers and sisters in the diaspora who went out to the embassies to complain about my incarceration. Those in Nigeria who went out every day to the courtrooms. There is no court in Abuja that I was not taken to. Magistrate courts, upper area courts. The only court probably is the Sharia court that they didn't take me to, because they couldn't determine my religion. Because this is not a period for religious identity, but this is a period for humanity. And I can also do without thanking those who have persecuted me in the last 4 years. Without them, we would not be here today. Yes. Those with whom we contested in 2019, a lot of them have fallen by the wayside. So many of them have become partyless. Some of them joined parties that they were strangers to and lost the game or in the game. Others have just completely abandoned Nigeria, because I tell you, if you are not strong and Nigeria happens to you, you are likely to run away. But we decided that we must fix Nigeria by staying in Nigeria. And we decided that we must take our country back from the wicked, incompetent, and inhuman regime on both sides of the aisle who have made it very miserable to live in this country. and we are here to ease you of their burden. But we will not apologize on their behalf, because one day they must all pay for their sins. Those who have made life miserable for the people of Nigeria. Those who turned a country that is supposed to be streaming with milk and honey into the capital of poverty in the world. Those who turned Nigeria, a country of good people, into the most insecure place to live in the world. Those who turned Nigeria into the most miserable place to sleep and wake up. Those who ensured that malaria became the national disease of our country, and poverty the companion of every citizen. They will pay for their crimes now or later. Amen. I know that people say sometimes, Sowore, don't threaten them. I am not threatening anybody. I'm only prophesying that if you have done evil, you will reap evil.
Yes, sir.
Especially when you have done it against people who have done you no wrong. Please, in this hall, there are over 50 tribes of Nigeria. They have used tribal divisions to deceive us. But look around yourself. When your brother or sister was minister, what did he do for you? When your tribesman was president, whether in Niger Delta or Southwest, or where this man came from, is it Northeast or Northwest?
Northwest.
What did he do? During Buhari's period, the Northwest became the insecurity capital of the world. The most insecure place to go to in Nigeria today is the northwestern part. He did nothing for you. Please do not allow anybody to confuse you to vote on tribal basis. Vote according to your conscience. And I ask all of you, as you go out of here, if you don't have PVC, go and get one. It is the first time I'm talking about PVC, because I am also doubtful, like most Nigerians, that PVCs work. Because in their time, they turned PVC to poverty verification card. You present it, you collect your own, and you remain poor regardless. But since our brothers and sisters from INEC are here, we want them to keep doing their best. But if they are doing their best is not enough, we would also keep them on their toes, because they owe us a duty to conduct free and fair election in 2023 at all levels. Yes. If they don't, I am not threatening, they are looking for trouble, because Nigerians are tired of electoral manipulation that have deprived us of great leaders since independence in 1960. This is 2022. Nigerians are crying for freedom, liberation, and prosperity. Yes. Our party, the African National Congress, will deliver this to you. And I want to assure you that we are prepared to deliver disgrace to our opponents. Yes. Whether you are in the APC or PDP, or you are in a party that is confused, I don't want to mention their names. The authentic party is AAC. And we urge you to join us. I want to say something briefly. You will see that we never announce that somebody is a youth leader, because all of us are youthful. We are strong. And we did not announce that somebody is a woman leader, because we don't have man leader. Where should there be woman leader? Everybody should be treated as equal. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigerians, both home and abroad, we want to welcome you to a fantastic future. Amen. And we hope that you will embrace it. Amen. And I hope that when next I see you in a hall like this, it will be at our swearing in.
Amen.
Can you imagine how Buhari will feel if he has to hand over power to Sowore? He will be coming, they say he's coming and he didn't show up. When he comes, he'll be sweating. But he must perform that constitutional duty. He must hand over in 2023, and he's not handing over to any of his age mates. He's handing over to a competent, young, agile, and astute candidate. Whether he likes it or not. Let me say finally a word to the media. I know there are a number of pressmen here. Please, let's end this well. We want to urge the press not to be biased in favor of the money bags. We see this all the time. In 2019, I was only interviewed 7 times by all the TV stations combined together. They would never interview you, but they will interview people who are not at the interview. They will not bring the other candidates, but they will be talking to their representatives and proxies all day long. We urge justice and fairness from the side of the media as well. Amen. And we ask that if anybody is planning a debate, please let me be there. Because we must handle this election in every way possible. I would love to have a debate with Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu of the APC. And you will know that what is suffering now, which is a tremor, will become an earthquake. I would love to debate Atiku, former Vice President of Nigeria, to explain to me his records when he was Obasanjo's deputy for 8 years. I would love to debate Peter Obi. I don't want to leave him out, even though I know his party has 3 presidential candidates. He's the one that is most known. To come and explain to us what he did with Anambra for 8 years, the schools he built there that his children can attend when he was governor, the hospital he built in 8 years that he himself can go and treat headache. Let him come and show it to us. Or that road that we can call Obi Way that he built in Anambra. Let him come and, we are talking about records. It's not about emotion. And you discover in those debates, without election, who your president should be. And we eventually show. Let me thank all of you once again for coming and congratulate you for witnessing the most important party primary of the 2023 election. Interestingly and coincidentally, we are probably the last party to have a party primary in Nigeria today. The rest of them have already done their own. This is the most important. That's why it's the last. Thank you once again. I'll say, Aluta continua, Victoria Sata. Aluta continua, Victoria Sata. Revolution, Aluta continua, Victoria Sata. Revolution, Aluta continua, Victoria Sata. I will be available for a little bit for banters, photos, and if any one of you might have any questions specifically from the media, I will take a few questions and we will hand over the event to the organizers to close the event. Once again, thank you. We cannot continue.